Hey guys, I want to talk to you guys about lust. So, unfortunately, lust has destroyed some of my relationships in the past. And if I'm being honest, I'm currently struggling with lust. Whenever I meet a beautiful young lady, and whenever me and a beautiful young lady start to build a relationship, I have a tendency of s- being in a relationship with a woman, but also finding other women attractive. There'll be times when I'm in a relationship and a pretty girl might walk by, and I might have the urge or the temptation to approach her and try to get her number. And sometimes thoughts will come into my mind, and the thoughts that come into my mind will be, what if I date somebody that's prettier than my partner or better looking than my partner? And if I'm being honest, I'm trying to wring that out of my heart. I'm trying to um, release that out of my heart. I don't want that in my heart. I don't want to treat any woman like that. I don't want to treat people like that. I want to be righteous and pure. And I've been fighting against lust for a long time. Man, I've broke a lot of girls' hearts from the fact that I never dealt with my lust issues in my prayer room. That's something that I barely prayed against. And that's something that the devil has been attacking me with. So every time God blesses a woman into my life, I'll always ruin that blessing because I'm too focused on trying to date somebody that's prettier than the girl that God blessed me with. And I know I'm not the only man that has gone through this. I'm sure there's a lot of men out there that have gone through this. And I just want to pray against this. You know, if you're a man that's struggling with lust, if you're a man that has a woman and she's a good woman and she takes care of you and she supports you and she believes in your dreams and she goes to church with you and prays with you and read the Bible with you, man, keep her. Don't let Satan destroy a happy home or a happy relationship. I mean, take this from me. I've ruined relationships because I've tried to I've tried to break up with my partner and date somebody that I thought was better, but in reality they were no good for me. And I don't want that to happen to you guys. You know, as a young man or as an older man, we as men tend to just fall into lust, and that is like the biggest trick that Satan tries to attack us men with. Um, because if you don't pray against lust, if you don't pray against these things, you're never going to be able to fall in love. You're never going to be able to find somebody. You're never going to be able to. Every time God blesses you with a woman, you're always going to ruin it. And it's like, you don't want to deal with that, man. And if I'm being honest, no matter what girl you date, you're always going to be tempted. You're always going to um see other people who are very attractive, but you got to fight those temptations every day. You got to pray against that cuz that's something that comes from the devil. But I trust me, man, like there's times you're looking on Instagram and you'll see a pretty girl and you're like, "Dang, like only if my girlfriend was as pretty as this girl on Instagram," or or you see a pretty girl walking down the street, you'll be like, "Oh man, maybe I should go and talk to her and hopefully my girlfriend don't find out." Like, bro, that these are things that you gotta pray against, cause man, it ain't lust is lust will destroy you. You gotta Once God blesses you with a beautiful woman in your life, you got to fight against those urges and you got to look at your wife and only your wife. And that's why you guys got to pray together, cuz statistically there's only a 1% divorce rate when two people pray together. So if two people pray together, there's a 1% divorce rate. That's very very low. That's why you got to stay rooted in faith, and keep Jesus Christ first, and everything will be all right. But guys, fight against lust. I'm telling you, fight against it.